Well, hello everyone. Just thought I'd do another little American Silver Eagle history video for you. This year, these 2 years, I'll do 2002 and 2003 were a little bit slower years, but as we get closer to 2006, especially at 2006, then it seems like you had something going on. Most every year there'd be something special. So 2002, I'll just go ahead and do, and just starting like I always do with just the basics. That's the 2002 bullion that I have in my set. It's a pretty decent one. I try having one decent one of every year, the best I can find anyways, or that I can afford. And then I just put in that same kind of capsule right there. It's a guardhouse capsule, and I have them in a nice box. But they're easy enough to take out and look at them. So I kind of like the round capsules like that. They just feel better in hand, as they say. It's kind of a direct fit. But yeah, no mint mark. That's a bullion right there. So it's my 2002. And then my 2002 proof, had it out of there once already, is again, it's decent looking. I just kind of bought them off the market like everyone else. I wasn't buying them back then, that's for sure, brand new from the mint. Wish I would have been. But 2002, and remember 2001 is when the U.S. Mint started making them at West Point. The proof editions have been coming out of West Point, except for the one year you're probably aware. What was that, 2008? That they didn't make a proof at all they made was bullion. But anyways, yeah, ever since 2001, so it's my 2002 West Point. Of course, they had made the 1995 W before that, but that that was a special edition. But yeah, so there's my 2002 proof, and just the boxes here. I mean, nothing really special. They kind of did the same design for quite a while. Let's see who the mint director was that year. They got on here. Come on. Henrietta. We had a Henrietta, I guess so. Director, United States Mint. There it is. So that is the 2002 proof and bullion. Now, I got one special thing for you that you might not be all that familiar with. It's another Royal Mint set that they did in 2002. So there's that, the Ladies of Liberty set, and that's a 2002 bullion. And this one has got some interesting toning going on, kind of, I don't know how well that shows up with the camera, but yeah, kind of copperish in the middle right there. And then a Britannia, so 2002 Britannia. In this one, what they call a carded set, which is pretty cool. I like these capsules. I mean, that's just how it came right there. That's how I got it anyways. I don't think there was a box or anything. But yeah, the capsule, and I guess they wanted the same size hole. You can see they use that little adapter ring right there, which is slightly different diameters right there. And it kind of sandwiches itself. There's the top of the case right there, and then the bottom of the case has that lip on it right there. So it's kind of held onto that card like that. That's a 2002, and they say they didn't make a proof that year, so this is what they call brilliant uncirculated. So I guess that's the same as a bullion. I don't know if their terminology is exactly the right thing, but I'm sure what's striking you guys right now, if you look at that, is they call it uncirculated, but we would call it, look at that, that's a reverse proof to me. I mean, the elements are polished, and the background is like satin, so that's what they call it. But it's really cool looking. But to me, that's reverse proof. You can see the date right there, 2002. The odd thing, it's hard to wrap my head around what I've been reading about production. They say this 48,000. It's rare, 48,008. I wrote it down. I had to cheat. 48,816 was supposed to be the production on that. But then you look at it, and you can just kind of stop if you want to read that. But that's again from the Royal Mint. 25,000 of these sets were made. So like you're trying to tell me that over half of this coin, and it's got a scratch. It's on the capsule right there. Half of this coin production went into this set. But then I've also read. Oh, and there's you can see what the silver content is right there too. So it's not sterling, it's 0.958. But I've also read that the British are weird, that they will keep producing this until they've met production, which is 100,000. Believe it or not, I'm going to get to another set, I think it's a year or two after this one, where they kept using, which sort of makes sense because, you know, the Silver Eagle, I think, is an 03. We'll get to it, not today, but where they're using the same coin, and then that set was like 50,000, and they're using the same exact coin, the same date. So I tend to believe that, what was that number? 48,816 were made in 2002, but then they kept making 2002s in 2003 until it got up to 100,000. I don't know. It's not making a whole lot of sense, but it is kind of a weird kind of a set. But I did have two of them. I sold one to another guy that wanted one real bad too. So anyways, that's Ladies of Liberty. Anything else I need to say about this set? Just again, that's bullion. It is kind of strange that the U.S. flips, what do you call it? A-B orientation, I think they call it, or up-down, where you flip this over like that, and now that's upside down. But see, the British do it, I guess, both sides oriented the same way. So Queen Elizabeth is facing the same way as that. So anyways, another one, this one should be pretty quick. This is the 2003 then. Again, this is my 2003 bullion. I like it. It's got a little, some of these things are hard to find where you get that hazy. It's not milk spot necessarily, but some years are like that where you get that haziness to it that isn't milk spotting. I'm going to get my light turned on here. I don't know if that would help a lot or not. I got it plugged in anyway, so I won't run out of battery. But yeah, we're just above the eagles, like in between the wings right there. You can kind of see, just in certain light, it does that. And then, again, just to compare the two, get this straightened out here a little bit. I should be better organized. I need an assistant. But yeah, the boxes, the lids, and everything like that was pretty much the same. I should have had this open. Sorry, had to set you down there. Not the first time, won't be the last. It's a one-man show here. Get this out of here. Here we go. So I can turn the light back off. I don't know if that's really helping us that much or not. But yeah, there's my 2003. This one, I mean, they look so nice, especially back then. I just think they look nice. I think the older ones look better. But this one, if you look around the word fine, it does have like a little milk spotting right there. It's kind of hard to pick up on. If it kind of stays like that, I'll be happy. But yeah, it does have a little bit right there. It's kind of fairly common problems with some of these things, right? But yeah, pretty happy with that. Then just, I guess, one other thing I wanted to mention, which I thought was pretty cool, but you can tell I'm into my government packaging, right? 2002 seems to be the first year where they started putting product codes on the box right there, a little barcode, and that maybe there's other products. I think Silver Eagles 2002 was a first. Maybe there was something earlier that wasn't a Silver Eagle that didn't. So you could take the lid, off, you know, and the lids are pretty much the same. You don't know what's what. You could probably swap them around pretty easy. But the bottom of the box, see, it's got that label on there. So if you're like me and want it all really correct, just so you know. And then so it was Z26, and it doesn't really, the numbers back then when they started didn't make sense. It was usually that format, a letter and a couple numbers. So it was Z26. It doesn't really seem like it means anything. And then the second year, Z36, but then that it doesn't keep any kind of a format at all. It just happened to be Z26 and Z36 to start with. 2016, I believe, right around then is when they started with the format they have now, where at least you know that the two numbers are going to be the years, like this year, you know, 26, and then there'll be a 2-letter code which is the same year to year. So if I have this right, like 26 EA, for example, is the the W proof, for example. So at least they followed some kind of a format starting then. But I turn that over. I guess that's about all I have to talk about this time. I just thought I'd show you that one more time. And I'll do another one hopefully fairly soon. Y'all take care.